Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Down with a Lipstick. I am Jasmine Alexander, actress and Renaissance artist extraordinaire. Can't do my hair flip because my hair's up. Sorry this video took so long for me to get to you. I've been extremely busy doing a lot of things and all that good stuff. Anyway, so my merch. The last episode I talked about the shirt that looked all sorts of kind of retarded. Different definition. I like looking at words. So this is the one that I bought that never came to me, but then came to me after I bought the other one, and I actually got this refunded and everything. As you can see, it says the Vengeful One. It's him and all of his killing bad guy glory. Oh my god. Cardinal Sin again. If I seem like a little bit of a space cadet, I am so incredibly fucking dizzy today. I do not know why. It's more of that body shit, which it's better. It's not so bad as it used to be. Anyway, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you a Halloween look. So without further ado, let's get started. But first of all, let me give you 3 tips. So tip number 1, and this is actually something that's come up recently. I have a coworker at the nonprofit that I help at and whatnot. She had bought some Mary Kay products for me, a foundation and a concealer, and she wasn't quite sure what to do. So what I always do, and I could be wrong, I always try to put on the concealer first, like cover up concealer then foundation. I try not to do them all because it's a little bit crazy. Obviously I have a pimple right here. I would put on a cover up, that green stick, or a concealer, then I'd put the foundation on, because the foundation for the most part is usually thinner, where cover up and concealer are much thicker. So you want to put those on first and then the foundation on top to kind of blend it or whatever. So that's tip number 1. For tip number 2, now if you have, for example, see I have these lines right here? That's naturally my face because I have a dramatic bridge to my nose. So if you have lines and it's part of your face, that's fine. Blake Lively has lines on her face despite her nose job. Oh, I didn't say that. No, she got a nose job. It's kind of evident. You look at her before she really got big to after and you're like, whoa, her nose looks a little slimmer. People's noses get bigger over the years, not thinner. By the way, I'm trying a different camera angle this time. I don't know if it's working because obviously I'm ducking out of the video. I'm trying this out. If I don't like it, I'll go back to what I was doing before. Anyway, so some people have lines here. That's a thing. That's okay. Now, as far as bags under your eyes, that's a lot of times due to just not enough sleep, or there's many things why one will get bags underneath their eyes. So in the case of trying to cover up bags under their eyes. So for example, like I said, I've got lines here, right? Some people actually have what looks like a little extra, like actual like bags. Some people actually have fleshy bags underneath their eyes. So she was wanting to get rid of the bags under her eyes. We have this thing called an under eye corrector. I don't know if you can see it. So purple being purple, you want to offset the purple in it by putting a peachy color on. For under eye correcting, if you actually have blue or purple under your eyes, not these lines or baggies, you put on a color that offsets the purple like this. So that's tip number 2. Before I get into tip number 3, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and get that little bell going. That way every time I post a video or do anything awesome, you get notified, because that's awesome. And we all like getting notified for shit we like, right? Right! Alright, for tip number 3. So this translucent powder is actually a very lightweight foundation, but you can actually use it as, I don't know what you call it, but basically you put on your cover up, your foundation, your concealer, whatever the fuck. You do all your shit. You do all the things. You can actually get your translucent powder and your little spongy or your fucking finger, and you can dip your finger or the spongy in the color of your foundation in the translucent powder as well, and put it under here, anywhere where you want it to have more of that flawless look. Like, I don't exist, I'm not real, I'm not a human. You put those together and it makes this really cool look. My sister showed that to me one time. This was months ago. I'm like, oh my god, your face looks so amazing. It's so flawless. She's like, oh, trust me, it's makeup. I'm like, what did you do? You know, I'm the makeup aficionado. I'm like, I need to know this shit. So she told me that trick. I'm like, oh, hot damn. That's to make the flawless look. So hopefully that helps y'all. Now on to makeup. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be doing a Halloween look. I'm actually going to be doing a vampire look. So last weekend, I went to a couple parties where I got to dress up like a vampire, did my hair up and everything and all that good shit. It looked awesome. But the makeup I went with, it was not particularly what I wanted to go with completely. It looked cool, don't get me wrong, but it was not what I really wanted to do. So I'm going to try and do what I really wanted to do. I'm going to do a lot of time lapses too. First and foremost, let me grab my shit. I'm going to show you how to do a vampire look with Mary Kay. And that you don't have to get all that special fake Halloween makeup because it's toxic for you. It really is. And the fact that I created this look last weekend with just Mary Kay, it's pretty bitchin'. So, alright, I just green crayon my face and all the red spots. Now I'm gonna do some concealer just to kind of go over these spots again. I don't normally do this. I'm doing it specifically for this vampire look because obviously vampires are undead. They're not dead. They are undead. Anyone who says they're dead, oh my god, these women are in love with corpses. Not fucking true. Do not get me started. I am the aficionado on this sort of shit. Looks like I'm holding a cigarette. I do not smoke. Nor will I ever. Nor have I ever. So no, they are undead, which means they're neither living nor dead. They're in this in-between. Okay? Screwing all y'all. Don't make me get the hose. No. No, it's something that I've been very, very passionate about, very learned about since I was a wee lass. So when I hear false data or bullshit, I'm like, anyway. Vampires, back to that, they are undead. So they are pale because blood is not circulating in their body. Yes, they're slightly alive, so to speak. Basically, the way I define them is they're still in their body. The body isn't like the body died, but the body isn't alive by physical means. It's alive by magical means. And what that is they're obviously undead. They live forever. Nothing can kill them except for the sun, a myriad of other things. They don't fucking sparkle, first of all. No. The fact that they live forever and all that good shit, that's what's keeping the body alive. So they're never gonna smell bad. They're gonna be cold as fuck, obviously, but they're not a corpse. Come on, people. That's just sick. These people who are fucking obsessed with zombies, I'm sorry, that's fucking sick. A zombie is a rotting body. Ew. Vampires are at least hot. Anyway, I'm gonna do a time lapse of foundation. Okay, so now that that's done, now, like I said, I'm not going to be colored. Obviously, I'm undead. I'm going to put grays, different sorts of grays on my face, and very light colored highlighter, and also some sparkly highlight. Not to be like a fucking sparkling emo pixie boy, but to give me that kind of, ooh, mysterious sheen, like, who's this? And all that good stuff. So, because I have very little itty bitty grays, I'm going to use eyeshadow brush. Okay, good. And while we're at it, I know this is supposed to be quick. I'm supposed to go quick. I'm sorry, everybody. Scared. Then put this translucent powder on. Gives more of that. I have no real fleshy color look. This will be undead. Okay, so now I'm going to, and again, I'm going to put all the names of the colors I use down below. But essentially, I'm just going to use this color and that color for my face wherever I contour. So here, down in here, I'm gonna put gray there so it gives me that undead look. I'm not gonna put brown on my face or pink because I'm a vampire. Let's time lapse. Wow, looks like I'm angry all of a sudden. Okay, so I put some a little bit in my hairline. Again, like you normally would you do with brown. I did it with this gray color, grayish color. Blend it in. And I'm going to put more on later. This is just a preliminary thing. So then that is done. Again, obviously I'm trying to make it look like I don't really have fleshy colors. So I'm going to use this color for my highlight down my nose. And across my cheeks, obviously. Down and across. And then of course down here. And do it down here and here. Now I'm gonna do, this is the sparkle one I have, Canary Diamond. Again, I'll put all the things I have used down below. I'm gonna put a little bit up here, highlight, right? I not only have highlight going, but again, I still have no warm color to my face. Because obviously I'm not putting on any blush, I can't. Because I don't have blood rushing to my face. Now down on my nose too. And I did a little bit up here, just a little bit to make it look like I've got prominent eyebrows and shit. And then a tiny bit down here, just a little bit. Again, I don't want to look like the fucking vampires from Twilight. There you go. Now I have more of a prominent face. And like I said, I'll add more contouring later as I put on dark around my eyes so I could go heavy. I want to make it look like I'm a vampire, not dead. If that makes sense. Okay, next step. I'm going to do eyebrows because why the fuck not? Alright, now that my eyebrows look slightly like caterpillars, again, I'm going heavy purposefully because of the look, but I will obviously blend it in a little bit so it doesn't look like I'm Frida. Eyebrows that are either too far in or a little too far out is actually a little bit detracting or distracting from the face. Obviously, do what you want, but rule of thumb, basically, how wide your nose is right here determines where your eyebrows should start. For some people, it looks just right. Some people it looks a little off, but that's kind of how you determine where you should stop plucking, basically. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. Blend it in a little bit where my nose actually starts. There we go, see? Okay, so the next step is our favorite water crease. Again, pull it up like this, and then this side too. Okay, good. So now that that's done, next step is I'm going to be doing some Smokey Eye. Now, the colors I'm going to use are what I already have on my face already, and some of that pomegranate, because it's the only red that Mary Kay, I think it was seasonal, so if you can't get it, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm going to show you the Mary Kay red, but if you do have a red, again, I do not recommend red because it is one of the most toxic colors to put on your face because of what it's made out of. But for the sake of the holiday, I'm going to be putting on my face. So let us begin. Alright, so you see what I did? I didn't just go right in here. I actually took this color that I put all over my face and I went like this. The whole length of my brush. I started my Smokey Eye literally right here. I didn't go all the way up because I went all the way up last weekend and I didn't like the way it ended up coming out. Alright, so I went one color down, which is that dark gray. I don't want to blind you again. I did this color first. Again, I'm going to put the names down below. I did this color first. I just did this color, which I'm going to do that color again all over my face once I've put my eyeshadow on so I know how dark I should go. So next I'm going to put in some black, and then I'm going to show you that trick I showed you several episodes ago. It was the Mother's Day look that I showed you how to darken your eyeshadow. I'm going to show you that step with the red. Okay, so now as you can see I have kind of this wing thing going. One second. So now I'm going to blend this in a little bit. Now that that's done, I'm going to put darker black on in a moment, but I do need to use it with that finishing spray technique that I have shown you before. Now onto the red. Yeah, it may not do this camera angle again because you're like not seeing half my face. So you can either spray it directly onto the brush or into the little eyeshadow thingy, which I don't particularly like doing because then you get this weird spot that's hard and shit. Spray, spray, spray. Yeah, this is the makeup finishing spray. Not only is it good for your makeup after the fact, but for eyeshadow specifically, or even your blush. If you put this stuff on first and then put your brush through the eyeshadow, it's going to give you a really dark color and it's going to be all sorts of awesome. Okay, so I just put it into the brush and into the eyeshadow. Now I'm putting it onto my lid. And why I'm not time-lapsing this one, because I do want to show you this again in a new unit of time. Definitely when you are putting on makeup, as far as a really intense look, give yourself time. Trust me. Okay, ooh, I'm liking this. This is good. Anytime your brush gets dry, you just spray more on. So now I'm going to do the same idea with the makeup finishing spray, but on black. I'm going to time-lapse that because obviously we didn't necessarily need to see me do that. As you can see, I darkened my black. Now, with this technique, it's going to be a little hard to blend. I'm going to tell you that right now. So be very careful where you put it, because when it's on there, it's on there. I'm going to come down here a little bit. And then because it's Halloween time, I'm going to come down a little bit with this black down here. Like I normally wouldn't do it this far down. Kind of like this mistress of the night. Well, that just sounds like a hooker. No, vampiress. Duh. So now that is done. I'm now going to go back over with some of this gray and fill in kind of where it's light. Blend, 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 blend. So now what I'm going to do is some eyeliner. This one I can definitely time lapse. So here we go. Stricken is playing. Fucking love this song. It's not my song. I mean, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Stricken. I love all the music, but Vengeful One, the Vengeful One, I obviously have 2 shirts of the Vengeful One. Kind of tells you something. Anyway, then I did this. I came in a little bit with my eyeliner. Like that. Oh, my absolute favorite song is playing. Sound of Silence. I fucking love this song. Dude, I've played this song over 50,000 times on repeat. And it's been out for what, 6 years now? Yeah, clearly my favorite song ever. Let's get to this real quick. There we go. Now the next step. Okay, I'm gonna do some mascara, some of this intense stuff. I'm gonna be putting on falsies too, but it's always good to add some depth with your own eyelashes. Okay, then I need to put on some more down here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do falsies. Yay! False eyelashes. Sometimes they tell you which eye they go on, sometimes they do not. So these ones I think already have glue on them, but in the case that you do not have glue already on them, what you do is you take a pair of falsies, then you'd get your glue, and then you would put it along, see this line here? That's the line that actually goes on your skin. So you gook it up there, and then make sure it stays curled like the shape of your eye. I then kind of do this, and then put it on like that. There, see? Ooh, so pretty. Oh, so pretty. In the case where it comes up in the back or the front, you would just try to reposition it and then squish it down, obviously without hurting your eye, because that's always fun. Not. But see, now I've got falsies. False eyelashes, or falsies for short, which obviously give you this whole different other look, and it's pretty and shit. So now we're gonna do some lippies. Let's get started. Basically, you take your black eyeliner and you outline your lips a little bit. Obviously, go over them. Okay, so I may have to time lapse this, but essentially what I'm going to be doing with my black eyeliner is tracing my lips, and then I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to put red on top. So let me just do it looks like I've got a little pervy stash. So let me do this first, and then we'll do the rest. And Forgiven's playing too. Oh, okay. So now that I have that going, then what I do is actually blend the shit into my lip. There we go. Now it's working. It didn't last weekend. Trust me, it's gonna look bitchin'. Okay, so I got some blending going there. Now I'm gonna put on some red lipstick. I kind of blended it from the line of my lips down. If you can see what I'm doing, see how it's black and then I'm trying to blend this dark red in with it right away? Okay, so that one's done. And then I go over with this other one kind of directly after it, filling any gaps. Sexy. Then this is something I'm doing right now. I'm putting that really sparkly ruby one on. Okay. That looks cool. All right, then I'm gonna put a little bit of this gloss on just to give it that sheen. A little bit though. Kind of dab it around. Ooh, so much better than last week. Okay, good. Okay, now that I have this all done, now I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to put gray instead of this light color here. I'm going to actually put gray on my face. Okay, and then just for shits, going to make it look like I've got more of a chin. Then I come up here with this gray. And I look quite undead, don't I? Okay, good. So now let me put my contacts in. And there you go. Now I do have my fangs in. And I got my contacts in. So that is how you do a vampire look with only using Mary Kay makeup. And as you can see, it looks pretty fucking bitchin', if I could say so myself. Obviously, the fangs and the contacts are not Mary Kay. But yes, this is how I wanted to do my vampire look last weekend. I wanted it more subdued. But anyway, this is all you do to make a vampire look for Halloween using only Mary Kay makeup. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. That way every time I post a video or do something awesome, you get notified. That's for YouTube and Rumble, because Rumble is the shit. And until next time, as always, rock on.